नहीं दे रहा है क्या?
नहीं, नहीं दे रहा है अभी।
I keep saying then I was earning a lot of money at that time. I didn't know where it was all that gone. Do you all get the feeling? Any of you? That you earn so much, and where is the money gone? Right? That is because you do not, we as a general rule, do not give a direction to the money that you earn. Right?
It's okay. No, sorry. Huh? Not working.
You can interrupt me if you want to ask a question. No problem. You can ask now. You can ask afterwards. No problem asking. Okay. If you're not understanding this, I feel it's very important to understand this. There's nothing that you don't know. It is only going the spotlight on something.
Okay.
Which I find very important. Financial planning is giving a goal of your earning. Otherwise, what happens is, after a few years, you keep wondering where has it all gone. No? We earn a lot of money. Being cities, we earn a lot of money. Now, of course, there are other sectors also earn equally. But at that time, we earned so much money. And after some years, you sit down and think, there is nothing left. Where is it all gone? Normally, this is because normally our parents tell us you have to save. Everybody's parents. No? Okay. How many people here, their parents have told them invest? Okay. Investment, very good. See, one out of so many. So normally our parents traditionally have brought up save money, save money. So what people do is put it in the bank account, savings bank account, and leave it there. I have seen cases where there is 65 lakhs in the savings bank account. 65 lakhs. Okay. Savings bank account, and the bank got fed up and told that girl, okay, put it in FD. So she transferred some of it to FD, which also I think is a disaster, but still at least better than the savings bank account. 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, I see normally. Lot of people have 20, 25 lakhs in their savings bank account, which is an insult to the money. Actually, it is an insult. You are insulting that money. Consider how hard you work for it. Okay? Work for it so hard, and then you put it in a savings deposit, savings or a P account, 3 or 4%. It is really insulting, as per me. So normally savings means
Keep the mouse a little bit up.
then aim
Yeah.
it's okay. Till now it's been clear. Normally savings mean you earn a salary, spend for the month, and then you invest whatever is remaining. If you follow this process, at the end of the month, what do you think? How much you can invest? I'm sure hardly anything, because till the end of the month everything gets over. Other way around is when you are investing, you earn a salary, you invest at that time. When you get the salary, you invest at that time. You decide to yourself, maybe I'll save 25% of my earnings. And the day you get the salary, you should invest it. And then live on whatever. You can live, suppose you're getting 1 lakh, you can live on 75,000. Nothing stops you. You know, probably go for lunch out, dinner out, for few less time. Right? So different savings and investing. We have to have that investing mentality. If you want to move ahead, secure your future, it should be an investing. Why are you joining a ship for getting a job? Most of us. Huh? Earn. Simple. To earn money. Simple. Right? Now when we earn this money, earning this money, if you don't make the money work as hard as you have worked to earn it, what happens is maybe at 65, you still one loss contract. Have you heard? You met people say, take contract career bus because he has no plan. He's earned a lot, where the money is going, he has no idea. And even after earning so much at the age of 60, 65, still take out contract career. Have you come across people like that? So early, if you want to really be serious about financial freedom, which you should be, because you should not be, that 65, 70, you keep saying go to offices and say one more contract. Now they are restricting also with age. You don't need to go and plead with them. So some mantras for early financial freedom. Invest in yourself. Now, if just invest in yourself, you should learn. One thing is, as an engineer, all of you are engineers. All of you are engineers? Okay. As an engineer, you should take as many courses as you can to improve your skill as an engineer. Okay. So there are recessions. There always will be recessions and there will be good times. So during the recession, this will help. The additional skill will help. So you should always. Everybody thinks, why should I spend the extra money? Pagar to utna hi milega na? Yes. But when the times are bad, you still have a job. That's one. Second thing about investing in yourself is always try and get another skill. I don't know what. Like me, I studied mutual fund distribution, mutual funds, right? Maybe 20 years back. There are a lot of other people, they like teaching, some like some craft, they teach online. So try and get another source of income. It might be very small, does not matter. But do some course, something where you give something which is close to your heart, something which you like. The job is there, whether you like it or not, you have to do it. Right? But find another source of income doing what you like to do. Maybe teaching. Maybe teaching. Some people like to teach maths, very much in demand, maths teachers. Okay? So invest in yourself.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Make your money hard. See, when I say make your money work hard, to earn the money, to become a marine engineer, you put in maybe 16, 18 years of study, school and college, right? Till you become a qualified engineer to earn some money, right? Now, to keep the money what you earn, to make it work as hard as we do, I don't think anybody has put any time. Any of you done any course on how to invest? Any read any books? Read what have you done? Mark Douglas, which one? Trading books. Different, but anyway, that's another thing. At least something you've done. Nobody else. Pardon? Weapon? I don't know that. But very few we have gone and really done a course, read books, or done something to help us make our money work. We don't even ask anything. In fact, it is so much taboo to talk about money that most homes, if you talk to your father or your mother, you don't bother about the money. You get it. Right? So this is very important. To make your money work hard, you should learn, you should do courses, meet people, whatever. Physical fitness. Now what happens is most of us are in a very, when you're working on a ship, it's a very bad environment for health. So we don't do any physical exercise. Very rare. I don't know nowadays if people are more into it, but my time nobody used to do anything. So what happens is you get a lot of this lifestyle diseases. Now the stress, mental illness is very high. And one of the solutions for mental illness is exercise. If real exercise helps a lot warding of mental illness. But physical fitness gives you the ability to earn money for a long time. Right? So if people you're not used to doing it, start with 15 minutes. Start with 15 minutes. Be determined that you will do it. 15 minutes and you'll see, you will start enjoying. So it is a must if you want to have early identity. Patience. Someone said trading. Trading is just the opposite of patience. I am my personal. A lot of people love trading. They do it. They say they make a lot of money, but I am absolutely against. My way of investing is to invest, keep it for the long term. It does not mean you don't look at it. Look at it, review it every 3 months, 6 months, but all investment keep it long term. And like a lot of people say, I need excitement from my investment. So my answer is if you need excitement, go to a Magica, have a ride, 2 3 hours, maybe once in 2 weeks, have fun. Money, no excitement. It should be as boring as watching paint dry. Investing should be as boring as watching paint dry. Don't get your excitement from investing. It should be from other activities. Go for a hike, go for skydiving, go for anything else. But not from investing. All investing, as per me, should be long term and should be extremely boring and predictable. Okay. This meditation, the last one also surprised me some time back. Some of the top world leaders in money, Elon Musk, everybody heard of Elon Musk? Meditation. He does meditation. Peter Lynch is a money manager who manages $15 billion of other people's money. He attributes this to meditation. A lot of people, physical well-being, and this comes into mental health. So it lets you think better, lets you calm down and take decisions rationally. So meditation also is a part of the financial freedom concept. Any questions? Anybody? Okay. This is your lifeline. It is from birth to death. Okay. Can you tell me some instances during your life which will affect your bank balance? Who said that, guys? Huh? Marriage is positive or negative? Your bank balance. आपका पॉजिटिव है नेगेटिव है मैरिज में शादी नहीं हुआ तो मैरिज someone said hospital medical emergency anybody else only two things that made us whether you want it or not it happens Huh? Exam. Marriage, medical emergency, education. That comes the MMD course. Job, you get a job. That's a job loss. It's happening very often nowadays. Surprisingly, nobody said retirement. This retirement is a very strange thing. It is 100% guaranteed. Nobody escapes it. It is 100% guaranteed, but nobody thinks of it. Not one of you said retirement. It's going to affect your bank balance like hell. Right? So in this lecture, I am going to take three very briefly, because the lecture goes on too much. Three items that tell you how to prepare for it. One is a medical emergency, one is a job loss, and one is a retirement. Okay? How do you cover medical? Can you give me? Mediclaim is an insurance policy. No, term is life. Mediclaim is Mediclaim. When is the right age to take Mediclaim policy? 25? As young as possible. Because the medical emergency does not come with the warning or with the age list. It will come anytime. So actually your parents should have included you in their medical policy right from birth. You need it up to that. So a lot of people, like my premium, me and my wife's premium is 52,000 something. So every year we see देना चाहिए इतना कुछ नहीं किया. So many years they have not gone to the hospital, but it is necessary. Medical.
Right.
Job loss. Second one is job loss. How would you prepare for the job loss? All of you, or sometime in your life is going to happen. How would you prepare? Give it a thought. I have to hear. Correct? Secondary source of income. But you see, अगर आप भागते हो, okay, ये secondary source of income जो है ना, you can't start that business when you are on the ship. जब घर आते हो 3 महीने के लिए, तब you can start. But that dies down as soon as you go back to the ship. And that is another case. So the secondary source of income does not help you for a job loss. Okay? Because if it offsets what you're earning, then you wouldn't be going on the job in the first place. You've got your money. So the secondary source of income should be there, but it does not help you in your job loss. What will help you in your job loss? Emergency fund, right? Very good. Emergency fund. From day one, normally, say as say I'm second engineer, it will take me 3 or 4 months. 3 or 4 months to get another job if I lose the one that I'm in. Okay? So you need 4 to 6 months of emergency fund, 4 to 6 months of expenses, not earning. 4 to 6 months of expenses, including your EMI. If you're paying any EMI, it should be included in that emergency fund. The fund should be equivalent to about 6 months expenses. Okay? Should be immediately available. This is the only reason I would say put it in bank fixed deposit, because the next day you can go to the bank and take out the money. Okay? I hate bank fixed deposits, but this is the only reason you keep the money there as an emergency fund. Don't look at it as an investment. A lot of people say, "Are उसने रखे क्या फायदा मेरे को? उसको interest मिलता नहीं." But that is the fastest one that you can take out. To be used only in an emergency. In an emergency is a job loss, medical. Now they say cashless Mediclaim and all that is nonsense, because when you go to the hospital first they say 50,000. Whether it is cashless or not, because if it is cashless, they tell you approval again. I had done it. My mother was admitted to the hospital. They said approval leke aao. And the first day's their projected bill was 31,000, and those guys approved 4,000. Big joke, but I had to take it, 31,000 as a deposit. So you need it, right? Loud, please. Yeah, but the hospital says, yeah, udhar mein khas kaam nahi karta. That is the exact word they use. I told you. Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital. Network of every bloody insurance. Okay? 31,000 was the first day's bill. They said projected bill. And I told Star Health, my insurance, they have took 1.5 hours, approved 4,000. They said, उनको बोलो कि हम जैसा बिल आएगा हम ये approve करेंगे. They told me उधर खाते में हम लोग काम नहीं करते. 31 रुपए. Exact words they used. And this is when my mother is in the hospital, mother is in the room. So all this is nonsense. You need an emergency fund at that time. You can do it with credit cards. A lot of people tell me that if you have a credit card, you can use it at that time. But depend on how serious your illness is. If you're the one that is in business, the credit card needs to be paid back in a month's time. Okay, that can be terrible. So you need an emergency. Buying a new car is not an emergency. Okay? Generally, what happens if you have an emergency fund and you want to buy a car, because the neighboring Sharma ji has got it, say, apna hai na emergency fund, let's use that. That should not be it. So very bad. Then job loss. Life insurance. This is I am very passionate about this topic, but I just want 1 or 2 minutes of this. Why do we buy life insurance? Risk of life.
Whenever comes a situation where you never know that how it can affect you.
Life insurance has nothing to do with this.
So after you are gone, there must be something.
What are you exactly insuring? When you buy life insurance, depend on what depend? What are you insuring? Something happens to the earning members, then what happens? Listen to the if there is a dependent on someone who is dependent on your income. Okay, suppose you are earning 1 lakh and 20,000 you are giving to your father. The father is dependent on your income. So when you buy life insurance, you are insuring that income of your father. Am I clear? Correct? Nothing else. Nothing else. This is the only definition of life insurance. If someone is dependent on you, it could be a wife, it could be a father, mother, anybody. You need life insurance. Now, what is the reason people buy life insurance? Okay, because every family has an uncle who is a life insurance agent. Okay, right? So the uncle comes and says, "Ye policy, oh, 8% guaranteed return." Right? Then, as soon as the child is born, within 2 years, he will come and say, child can have the policy no. Premium work come in. And if you take a policy on your child's name, that means when he dies, I should be benefited. That's what you're saying, no? Exactly. Isn't that? When you take a policy on the name of your child, what you're saying is, if he dies, I will get some money. Who's dependent on his income? He has no income. Right? So all this is nonsense. All this, lot of insurance agents will come and tell you, premium work कम है इसके लिए, अरे premium कम है इसके लिए नहीं policy लेना. कोई dependent है on his income, right? Then you take the policy. Okay, so this should be clear. And there are huge, wide range of policies. Money back policy, advertisement says the जीवन के साथ दे जीवन के बाद, all that is nonsense. The only policy you should look at is term policy. Pure term insurance. Up to one, if you are around 30, 35, 1 crore you can get for 6 or 8,000 rupees. Okay, you can check on your phone. You can check now. the one pro term policy can get it 6 or 8,000 rupees per year premium. And what these people are doing is when they tell you it's 8% milega, 9% milega, you can't. They show you a table. They show you a table. But the table, if you see down, for illustration purpose only, there is nobody who can guarantee. They don't guarantee. Okay. So instead of paying them the extra money, which they will invest and give you possibly 8%, why not invest it yourself? No, just give them for the insurance. Insurance company, you should just pay them for the your insurance. And the remaining amount you invest in yours. Why pay them more? Okay? Yeah? So, life insurance. Any question there? I can-
So what parameters should we look for while
If you look at term, my guess is the bigger the insurance, but LIC is good. But LIC term. Now, moment you put term, the insurance agent will come and try to give you other policy. That is up to you how firm you are. LIC policy, term policy premiums are slightly higher, but being government, you are sure to get it. But the private one, the HDFC Life and ICICI Good Life also good. Term policies are good, they are lesser premiums. Premiums are slightly less. They are also good. You can buy it online, very easy to buy. And you should read something called the exclusions. Every policy at the end will have exclusions. You know, sometimes it was, if you, there's a double benefit if you drive or die while traveling. But then there's an exclusion, it only applies if you're traveling by government transport, that is trains or bus, it is there. Okay? So that exclusions you should see and then buy the policy. They have the way they make their money is putting this funny exclusion. Mediclaim should be in place from birth to death. Immediately after getting a job, start building an emergency fund of 6 months expenses. Okay? Retirement. Now this is, in my opinion, one of the most important goals to start saving. Okay? This, because this is 100% guarantee for all of us. And we will give it a thought. Until we are in 58, 55, 56, अच्छा you are retire करने कहाँ से पैसा आएगा? So that is what happened. So this and one thing great about this retirement planning for retirement, saving for retirement is you got 30, 40 years. Now say average, suppose if I say I live for maybe 90 years, let's say average 90 years, 20, 21 years goes in studying and getting ready for your professional exams and all that. So from 20 to 60, around 40 to 45 years is your earning phase. Right? Say till 65 your earning is your earning phase. So you got 45 years to earn. And then another 65, about 25 years to live on the earnings of your 45 years. So the money that you earn in 45 years, you need it for 80 years, 80, 70 years. Total, your expenses during those 45 years also go to back from the same only. So you need for that 25 additional years once you retire. Now, when you join your first job, you know I'm going to retire at maybe 60, let us assume 60. Okay? So you can plan retirement savings at that time. Why not? Because it's going to happen definitely, unless you something happens and you die before that. But it is always there. The retirement is going to come at 60. So you can start. You have to start from the day you first join, first paycheck. Okay. So for retirement, it is always just that you start as early as possible. Because if you start as early as possible, the goal for retirement, the end purpose for retirement is very high. Let's see, that's what I want to show you here. Let us consider this scenario. There are two guys, Ashok and Sunil. Okay. From 21 to 27 years, Ashok saved 2,000 rupees a month for his retirement. This I'm talking only retirement. And Sunil says, I will start saving after I build up some purpose. Most of us do that. I will start saving after I get enough money. Okay. So what Ashok does is 21 to 27, that is for 8 years. He saves 2,000 rupees a month. Sunil does nothing 21 to 27. 28 to 65, Ashok says, enough. I have invested enough, like 24,000 I have invested, 1,92,000 I have invested enough, I am not investing anymore. So he stops investing at 27. Okay? Whereas Sunil, he starts investing at the age of 28. Up to 65, he is investing 2,000 rupees a month. Please understand this scenario. Please understand this. Have you understood? Any doubts here? It's very important to understand this. So Ashok has invested 1.92 lakhs and Sunil has invested 9.12 lakhs. Okay, he's done over a period of say 38 years and this guy has done over a period of 8 years. Now considering an interest rate of 12%, okay, at the age of 65, Ashok's this is 1.8 crore, while Sunil this is 1.47 crores. And the difference is 40 lakhs. Why? Because he's just started earlier. He's not only started earlier, after 8 years he stopped. Just imagine what that figure would be had he continued. Right? Now 2,000 rupees a month, 1.8 crores, 30, 40 years from now is, I don't think, a big amount. But 2,000 rupees a month is actually a too small amount for us to, right? Let us assume 5,000 a month. Okay? Now in your first job, you get 5,000 a month, same thing. It's 4.2 lakhs and 22 lakhs. The difference in investments from both sides. At 65, this guy's total comes to 4.5 crores, whereas the other guy is. Have you all understood this math? It's because you understand. What I'm trying to prove here is starting early. Starting early is extremely beneficial. Okay. Any questions? Please ask me. Yeah. What? Yeah. And there's more actually. It is more 85 lakhs. Thanks. See, this is a graphical list. Ashok has invested 4.8 lakhs. He is invested till the 8th year, and then it is 4.8 lakhs. He is not invested anymore. Whereas he has got 3.2 crores, right? Whereas this guy, Sunil, has invested 19.2 lakhs. And that has come, if you see those two yellows, he's invested so low, but he has reached so high, 3.2 crores. Whereas this red ones, why do you think so much difference? Oh, very good, very good. Very rarely I hear that. Everybody knows what's compound interest. Should I take a small tutorial on compound interest? Or everybody knows? Should I skip it? I say something. Skip it. All of you know what is compound interest? Huh? Okay. Okay, the medical insurance should be in place from birth to death. Immediately after getting a job, start building up an emergency fund. Investing early is very beneficial. Start investing. I think I proved that investing early is really beneficial. Now this is something really very important, not only for the ladies but for the men here who have got ladies, got mothers, sisters, wives. Unfortunately, in my batch, we have quite a lot of time. If someone dies, I am told, someone calls me and says, "Hari, that guy is died. Can you help us, wife, go through the investments?" Which is very sad. Someone who's a marine engineer, I expect a certain level of brain or a certain level of this. But I see that lady says doesn't know bank accounts. There is single name, all bank accounts and the husband single name. There is no nomination. Nothing. Absolutely zero about where the money is. So I've come across so many of them. So that's why I thought I'll put this section. Please pay very good attention. Ladies, when they are investing, they face a massive disadvantage. Okay? Why? Most of them outlive the spouses by at least 10 to 15 years because they are 75 or more than 75% of the time the husband dies first. Right? So to live longer, they require more money. Right? Childbirth. Now what happens if both husband and this I'm talking about housewife, not housewife, ladies who are working there. Initially, there were ladies who were only looking after the house, they were called housewives. But when they became working ladies, the problem is the housewife part didn't go away. Because housewife plus working. So that stress is there. So childbirth and looking after the kid takes away 1 or 2 years from their working life. So in the same 20 to 60, the man is working and 20 to 60, the lady is working. She loses at least 2 years, 2 years or even more if they are having more children. Okay, from their working life. Right? Agree with me? Once they give up the job, generally childbirth they give up the jobs. Okay, unless the company is good enough to keep them on the roads. When they come back, you see the employer always thinks that there's a kid, she has a kid. So there's any problem with the kid, she will have to leave and go. It's always a liability for the company, right? Depending on how the company thinks. Okay? So normally they will offer them a post that is not so critical and at a lesser wage. Right? So this affects. Agree? Agree? So some, yeah, anything? They live longer, shorter working life, they earn less. Okay? Similar, what I'm saying, when they earn less, similar qualifications, their male counterpart, they earn lesser, they paid lesser. Okay? This this is the one thing that I have seen. My Raji is very good at investing. This is the most critical point here. Most of the ladies I have met, whenever I told them invest, oh my Raji is very good at investing. He is. That is her husband. A husband, even a stone knows more about investing than him. But the problem is, this guy has been told by his wife and the wife's relatives and his relatives, I'm good at investing. Now, if the husband and wife both were driving in a car and the car suddenly stops, this Raju would never get down and open the bonnet to see what is wrong. Okay? Because in 2 minutes, it would be proved that he's a bloody idiot. Because the car won't start. Right? Investing is not like that. Investing, if you make a mistake, You come to know after 10 years. Right? So when I talk to this Raju, I said, where are you investing? Post office FD, एकदम safe होता है. Okay? Post office FD, insurance policies. तो जो इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी में लोन ले सकता है ना, आपके इसमें लोन ले सकता है क्या? So he basically destroying his family's future. But the wife, Raju is very good at this. Now, I was just reading the survey conducted by economic, not bank, there's a US thing, economics. 92% of the working ladies in US give their paycheck to their husbands. Can you believe this? The survey conducted in the US. Right? So, US जाना है. So this is one of the reasons that they get hit very badly. They give all their money to their husbands and do not know where the money is. They have too busy looking after the kids and the house and working and all that, so they don't know. That makes it terrible. Okay. So if you got wives and sisters and mothers, tell them you got to make sure where the money is. Okay. So once the husband died, okay, the ladies actually the ones I met, they were in their 30s and 40s, and still they don't know. They didn't know where the money is. Right? Any questions? Anything on this? The last portion, documentation. About 15, 20 years back, when I first started, I was given a call by one of my friends. He said, "Arey, my father-in-law died about 6 months back, and now going through his papers, they found a sheaf of share certificates. So, क्या करना है इसका? So they were going to do that, open the demat account, this, that, lot of things. Now what happens is, all of this documents are in electronic. All of you, if you are investing in shares, you go to demat account. All of you have to have a demat account. You can't trade anymore in physical shares. Okay? If you are investing in mutual funds, no mutual fund gives you any physical documents. So it is all electronic. Right? Anything, almost anything is, if you have a life insurance policies also have become electronic now. So what happens is, 10 days back I got a call from someone, this lady's husband has died. So can you help her with the investment? I said, yes. Where is all the, what data and all? It's all on the husband's iPhone. So can you hack? I said, no, I'm a financial advisor. I'm not an iPhone hacker. I can't get data out of it. Computer, वो तो computer नहीं है उसके पास, iPhone पे. Is there a bill? Then नहीं, bill नहीं है. So what about the bank? I said, at least get me the bank account printouts. I can sit through it and go and see what payments he has made to which broker. He's saying there's no bill. The account is single name, the husband's name. So the bank manager is saying, to either show me a bill or get a heirship certificate from the court, which normally takes 6 to 7 months, depending on how lucky you are. That lady is finished. She has no access to the money. She has no access, not no access, she doesn't know where the interest is. Right? So, it's in electronic form. So, the minimum thing we should do is the families investment, which come electronic, should come to a common email. Most of us do not want our wives to know the password pin of our phone. I can understand that. But the investments that we make, we can open a third, a common email where everybody has their passwords, knows the password, and let the investment related emails or things come to that email. Otherwise, there is no way. There is no way to know where he has invested. If the wife does not know whether the bank also has two names, bank account has two names, it should be two names. All bank accounts should have two names. If not, there should be a nomination, right? So most of us, there are so many cases where the nomination is in the mother's name. That guy had opened the account when he was single and the nomination is in the mother's name. Mother has died 10 years back. This guy is dying now. And the bank says nomination is alug. It becomes a problem to the bank manager also, even if he wants to give out the money. Because the nomination is in someone else's name. It has not been changed afterward. So it is extremely crucial to check all your nominations. Or it should be double. Right? So the minimum thing which is second name or nomination. Actually, I am so much passionate about this. I keep telling people 2-3 years back, my mother expired. We had her in a hospital and we had this Mediclaim policy. So all the bills we submitted to the star, right? Then they came back and said, who do we pay it to? I said, what do you mean, who do we pay it to? We pay it to me. And I get a signature from my sister saying that she's okay with it. He said, no, there's no nomination. I till then did not know there is a nomination very clear also. Okay. So then we spoke to someone and then they said, okay, if you give an affidavit of stamp paper, then it comes to my account and the sister also signs it, we will accept it. But there is a nomination. Everywhere there is a money thing, there is a nomination. Make sure, check it. Don't keep it for tomorrow. Check it that it has been done. Okay, all of this. Insurance policies, demat accounts, MF everything has nomination. Common email account for all investment related matters. Most of you only own houses. Okay. The society has a nomination fund. Actually, it has been compulsory for some time in Maharashtra at least to file nomination. But what happens? I am a committee member in my society. You tell someone a nomination career, oh, paper भेज देगा तो मैं करता. 1 year is covered. It's not done. Okay. Make sure because after that guy dies, the owner of the house, flats are worth 2.5 crores. We have all sorts of cousins, this, that coming and putting in a kid. And as a committee member, as a secretary of the society, I can't do anything but tell them go to court and get a court order. This can society में चल रहा है. So make sure you have a nomination for a house. Under construction house does not have this system of nomination because society has not been formed. For that, you have to make a bill. I send out sort of investment advisory every 10-15 days, and every 2-3 months I send out this model bill with it and say, please make your bill. Please make a bill. It takes no more than half an hour. Unless you are really a multi-millionaire with wide range of investments. Normal person does not take more than half an hour to make this bill. And you'll be surprised. And I think whenever I meet someone whom I'm sending, I say, bill banayenge. They don't make it. If you if you own an under construction house, there is no this for nomination. There is no provision for nomination. The only way to be decided is by will. If you own property, you will be surprised how people fight over property. And my close relatives, and the wife died, and the children spent nearly 5 years fighting with each other for some 18-19 crores of property. So then we had to step in and sort it out. But very good children who are very nice. Most people बच्चे लोग ऐसे नहीं बहुत अच्छे हैं. एक बार मर जा देख क्या होता है. No, I've seen it because there are a lot of relatives who come and say, But you took care of your father, no? You should get the major share. Okay, so if there is no will, lot of fights happen. So all of them should make a will. It does not take, you don't need to register it. You don't need to do anything. You can do just on plain white paper. That's it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much. Any questions? Any remarks? Anything?
Case of a term insurance policy, when the company gets the money, is tax deducted on that?
No. Insurance, no insurance money is taxed.
So while we are investing in mutual funds, is it advisable to put all the lump sum money at once or we continue to do an SIP over the period of time? Because as you showed about the compound interest. So according to that, even if we are specifying a time frame for certain amount of time, then it also depends on the inflation rate and all, like what percentage we will be getting back. So is it advisable to go for the shares and stuff? Or is it like-
You're mixing. Mutual fund, I need 2 hours to explain the whole thing. Okay, but in short, the question you're asking me is whether it is advisable to put lump sum or by set. That is basically the question you're asking. It really does not matter. If you have lump sum money, put lump sum now. And if you have a salary income which you're getting every month, that from that you want to put potential. Because what you're saying is, if I have say 5 lakhs and I start a SIP of say 25,000, you'll keep this 5 lakhs and pay out 25. So remaining 4 lakhs, 75, so where are you going to? In a very low paying FD, if at all. Right? So it is worthwhile putting it in the mutual fund. If your time horizon is long, you say 10 years. I normally, when I take clients, I get them by 10 years. Don't come to me for before that. I will not let you take. You can take out your money the next day, but my this I will not let you take out the money before 10 years. But that doesn't stop them from telling me, I put the money, अभी एक हफ्ता हो गया, नीचे गए थे. Within this 10 to 20 years, the kid is 1 year old, you want for his higher education. And 1 year, 1 week, what happened, what is the problem? But this is the way. So it, simple, the compound interest works for simple or lump sum. It does not matter. If you have bulk of the money, put it in one go. If you are getting monthly, this income, put it as a SIP. Anybody else?
If a person is having suppose a 10 lakh in his bank account,
Yeah.
and he dies and he has his wife as nominee, so does the wife get all that 10 lakh rupees?
Yes. Listen, there is a little bit legal risk. The bank is supposed to give it to the nominee. By rules, by the law says, the bank has to give it to the nominee. But it does not mean the nominee owns the money. The ownership of the money depends on the will. If there is no will, it depends on the personal law of that guy. Suppose he's a Muslim, there's a personal law that this, if there's a Hindu, there's a personal law that comes into force at that time.
There is no use of being a nominee to the account.
No, the money never gets. See, otherwise the bank keeps it. See, if there is no nomination, then the bank keeps it and then no relation certificate and everything. It might take money. So by law, the nominee they have to give immediately. They can't stop. Maybe 1 or 2 days they will take for their account. That they will do. But suppose my mother expired. She had a senior citizen. So my sister was the nominee. The sister was the nominee. So I said, let her get the money. But the money was shared equally. Because we both were in money.
There is one question from online audience. Could you please suggest few best mutual fund?
This is the question I get every time. Okay. Unbelievable, yeah? You will not believe this. One guy gave me a call back 2, 3 years back. Say, hey, Bangera, tell me the best mutual fund. So I said, why do you want this? He said, I've just retired and I will put all my money in that mutual fund and I will live from that. So I told him, now, if there was something like that, best mutual fund, then all the other funds would close, no? Why would anybody put the fund money in any other fund? You would all put the money in that fund and all the others should close. So there is no such thing as best mutual fund. One. The man who asked me this question, regional manager of a PSU bank. You know, he controls whole of Maharashtra, whole of Andhra like that. Can you imagine what level he is at? He was at and his level of investing. So if you think you don't know much about mutual fund, you are in good company. A lot of people don't know anything about it. Now coming to the best mutual fund, like one thing is I do not give tips. Neither mutual fund nor shares nothing. I do not give tips. The mutual fund, there are many funds. There are about 3,000 funds. Okay. A good fund is what suits you at the stage of your life. Okay. There will be some funds that do 20%. Here, I have funds that do 20% annually. But they go down 40% annually also. So if you've got the mental aptitude, as they say, risk aptitude, to bear that. So my horizon is 10 years, 1 year is gone down 30%, I don't think it will come. Considering the past history and the shares where it is money.
Another question. Which is the best life insurance company for seafarers? Please tell us any specific policy in it too.
I have no idea. I really don't know this answer to this question. I do not know if in our time there was no specific. Do they put any specific clause for seafarers nowadays? Anyway, yeah, we didn't have it at that time. So right now I don't know.
So what's your advice on investing in gold?
Horrible investment as per me. No, there is. I tell you. Huh? Invest. When you say investing, you expect a return. Gold, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Disagree with me totally. I don't mind. You're taking it out of a hole in the ground and you're keeping in a hole safe in your bank or in your house. Okay, the gold does nothing. Just you see, if you put it in a share, if you put it in stocks, you have Reliance. Reliance invests somewhere. It manufactures things and it increases the value of your investment. Gold does nothing. Because you find a bigger fool to buy it at a higher price. This is my opinion. You may not agree with it. That is the problem with gold. So gold bonds is just a way to own gold. It is not an investment. Instead of having physical gold, you buy a gold bond. So after so many years, they will give you that many grams of gold or the money worth that many grams of gold. Okay. So gold, in my opinion, is a very bad investment.
What about the FCNR foreign exchange? All of us are earning in money. So the dollar value is obviously going up. Like is it advisable to have an FCNR account?
That's a call you take. That's a call you take individual basis.
But
Okay, I think
also,
what is the rate? FCNR?
no, but what I'm trying to say
Anybody can find out on their phone.
$1, and then we convert it as per our market value. So in a way, that is also investment, like an emergency fund or something like that.
No, you see, this is little bit complex. I tell you, the FCNR, you keep it in dollars, okay? And you get an interest rate. Maybe I don't know how much. How much anybody know? FCNR rate
2.5.
2.5%. So that's yes. I'm coming to you. You're looking for appreciating dollars. Okay. Now in any investment, there is some risk. Any investment, other than FD, even FD now banks are closing down. Okay, someone who's kept the money, AMC bank knows how hard it is. But in my opinion, this is an uncertain exchange rate. It's an uncertain. I do not like, I do not like to invest where there is 2 or 3 this of uncertainty, levels of uncertainty. But FCR till now has been proven very nice, very good. There is no doubt about it. So if you want, and if you have plans maybe to go abroad and settle there or settle children abroad, so that money will be required, then that's an excellent. Believe it.
Investing in a property or
Property or mutual fund. Property. No, that.
Yeah, same question is there online also, mutual fund or real estate, which one would give more in long run? The same question is.
Yeah, I'm a registered broker for both real estate and mutual. Okay, now, these are two very different investments. These are totally different investments. It's not comparable. It is not comparable. In brief, I'll give you some of this. Mutual funds, you have to have say you have a 10-year horizon. Right? The returns are good. And they are very liquid. The main thing about mutual fund is liquid. You can send in this. Suppose one of my clients tells me I want to take out money. I send him a link, clicks on it, within 3-4 days the money is in their account. Very liquid. In real estate, there is a rule. If you need the money, 6 months the thing will not. There is an absolute rule. When you want the money, you will not. So it is very illiquid. But if you see the family wealth, I don't know about you, think about your family wealth. It will be in real estate. If your family owns its own house, the family wealth will be in real estate. It will not be in mutual fund. Simply because real estate, because it's so illiquid, it remains. Right? Whereas mutual fund investments, because it is so easy to take it out, people take it. Suppose you want to buy a car, maybe you want to buy a 20 lakh rupee car. First thing you will decide to say is whether I should take a loan or break my mutual fund. Should I sell my house and buy a car? You will never think of it. So the house remains. For wealth building, the house remains. Someone we both know here, 10 years back, he had come to me. We bought a house for him. The guy was crying, software engineer. He was crying, no, I don't want, I can't do this, that. We forcefully made him buy a house. House is worth more than double the cost. And he's very proud of the house. Simply because he forced him to buy it and didn't sell it. So many times he said, I'm getting married, sell it. I'm doing twice to tell him, okay, I'm trying my best, but it is not. The house is there. His wife came to see it, he was very proud of it. Okay. So these are two different investments. It is not comparable. It is not comparable. But if you want to start, you see, real estate has so many advantages this mutual funds not. You need to put only 20%. That's the government usually. The banks give you loan. Okay. 20% as a bank gives you. Secondly, after 3 years, no, it's 2 years. After 2 years, you sell it and you buy another house. You don't pay any taxes. Okay, that's not there anywhere else. In any other investment. Then, if you're looking, if you're asking me whether I should buy a house and give it on rent, it's the most horrible investment. Okay? But you buy the house, keep it there, sell it. If you have children, this is what you should do. Start them. I've done it for my children. Got a house, paid some money. I didn't have to take a loan, but I would have taken a loan. In 1 year, the builder only gave me a very good research project that I'll come. Said, okay, he gave the house, he made enough money. We kept keeping them. So it's a different investment. The mutual fund shares and all three are different. You see, it's very difficult to compare because each one has its own. It depends on what. If I want you to put in mutual fund, I tell I real estate, big money, SNE. If I want you to put in real estate, then I will tell you other. So each one has got its own positives. But unless You should study it and come to know whether it meets your.
What about the next factor?
Of what? Fantastic question you asked. Right now, I am getting my society funds. They've got 80 lakh rupees. FDs. So right now, I am fighting with them to invest in mutual funds. Okay. And when we had this meeting, someone asked, what about the risk? There is risk in mutual funds. Tell me what is the risk?
If for any emergency, you want to withdraw the fund.
3 days.
Yes, but that time, for example, the market is down.
Yes.
And that time, if you need some cash, you don't have any problem. That time, you will make the taking on the.
Did I give you an option for that? Did I give you an option?
Emergency fund.
That is- You be prepared for this, huh? There is no risk in it. The risk is what you say, when the market is down and you require the money. So for that, you put emergency. Right? So they all said, all old guys, 70 years old guys, उसमें तो बहुत risk है, ऐसे risk बताओ. Risk बताओ. तो FD में लोगों को कुछ नहीं होता है, ऐसे बगल का next door society had put in PMC bank, some 45 lakhs. Gone. ऐसे उनको जाके पूछो बैंक कितना safe है. So when we talk risk, mutual fund risk, why it has come, why it comes into people's mind, anything that comes on TV, mutual fund is subject to market risk. मतलब कोई दूसरा ऐड में नहीं है, only mutual fund का ऐड. But nobody explains what is the risk. So in the mind risk, someone told me zero हो जाएगा, ऐसे एक fund बताओ जो zero हो गया. It cannot become zero because the fund, you buy a fund that is investing in Reliance, Tata Power, companies like that. That means all of India assets will be that term comes. India is gone here. That will be the least of your problem.
So this
Okay, we take a last question.
I am okay.
a person is holding a life cover of 1 year, and in today he wants to increase that cover to another 2 years. So should he go for another term plan or another ULIP or
I
like he's holding a term plan, so he wants to
only a
increase.
term plan. ULIP is a combination of investment and this. Never go for it. Never. ULIP is not good for anything except for the fund company, insurance company. If you want insurance, buy term. If you want more than 1 crore, buy another term. Okay, you can buy, you'll have to declare this policy to your insurer, but you buy another policy. But never, ULIP does not fit in any scenario. But they will come and show you. I can take a class, I told you on insurance for 2 hours, where they will show you how much it has earned. And that figure is so badly massaged, I can show you that. Call it a day. If you note down my number if you want, I'll send out a weekly this on investment. So if any of you want, I'll put you on your mailing list. And any questions, you can always send it to me on WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being so patient. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson subject.
But you have another class.
Of course.
Okay, with this basic on financial freedom, Mr. Niranjan Bangera, he has very much initiated the way of your investing or basically inclusiveness in your whatever we have been doing, maybe not adequate. Okay, and that is what is the object. The financial is a big market and understanding it takes long time. Many questions are asked about the risk. Risk itself is just in a financial term. Risk itself is again a whole subject. Okay, it will take not only one lecture, but it may require about a 9-10 lecture to cover whole risk. What is beta of your investor, your fund or anything. So yes, we can arrange if there is a adequate amount of demand. We can arrange one more subsequent webinar onto it. And I would like to thank you all of you to basically attend this. And first of all, Mr. Niranjan Bangera to basically give his knowledge about your investment. And he is a person who is not only talking, but he is doing also, right? So he is basically on to it. So that's why we take him for granted. So with this, I give a big thanks. And before concluding it, I would request Anukampa Madam to come forward and just present this small token of basically. Somebody can take a photograph. And thanking you, all of you, you as well as people online, because there have been about 55 people online also attending this. And we are sorry for in the beginning and in between the audio basically disturbance in the online. Okay, I hope next time these things would be sorted out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You stay comfortable, you stay in
Thank you very much for attending online and see you next time. And